It's a wifey team.
So, the number one problem with Kevin Samuels, y'all, is, unfortunately, darlings, he tells the truth. He tells the truth. Well, he told the truth, kind of so. But like, he told the truth. Like, I feel like, honestly, a lot of people had a problem, and really I say people, I mean, like, the women, a lot of women had problems with Kevin Samuels because simply, y'all, he was telling the truth. Like, he was telling the truth. And I think also the issue is with women. Like, we're not used to the truth, or we're used to people when they do talk to us, they're kind of talking to us like in the watered down version, or bless your heart, like it's so like filtered to the point where the truth actually doesn't get through. So I definitely feel like a lot of people could not handle him because he was just speaking the truth and he was speaking facts. And then a lot of people were upset with him because they're like, oh, his tone, his this and this and that. But let me be real, y'all. I've seen so many women like go off on men, like really go off on men. And it's like, okay. But he's telling you the truth and you're just like mad in your feelings. But it's the truth though. So, And another problem with KS, I mean, he speaks the truth, but also he has facts, y'all. Like, a lot of people for some reason don't really like facts. Like, he really came with facts and statistics and data. And some people are like, oh, that can be altered. It can be this, it can be that. But for the most part, like, let's look at the things that he said and look at your life. And it's kind of like 1 + 1 = 2. So it's just like, some people are just, yeah, he spoke facts. And before anyone tried to be like, oh, you're trying to jump on the KS train, now that stuff is gone and this and this and that. Let me tell you something. I have been following Kevin Samuels, since he had 872,000 subscribers. Before I got to him, I was actually listening to Poor Man's podcast. And I was a follower of Poor Man podcast when he had like 38,800 subscribers. So I have been following him for a minute, and I was following someone else. I was listening to a lady, and then somehow I got to Poor Man, then somehow I got to O'Shea Duke Jackson, and then somehow I got to Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, and then somehow I got to Jada Black, and then somehow I got to Kevin Samuels. So it just was like that. So now I watch a lot of like different content. I've been watching them for like a while, so I'm not like, oh, But yeah, he speaks facts, and they are so, let me tell y'all something. A lot of what that man said, whether you want to, believe it or not, he spoke a lot of truth, y'all. And he shedded a lot of light into the Black community and a lot of dysfunction. And you can definitely tell some of the things that he said, a lot of things that he said was to really better the Black community. And you can definitely tell with people, like, when a person wants to change, they'll actually listen to, criticism, critiquing, and all that type of stuff. They'll actually listen to it and take it in, and be like, oh, well, you know what, let me look at myself. They'll take accountability. But if you don't want to change and you like where you are at, and when someone is showing you like, hey, this is what's wrong, this is what you need to work on, and you don't want to work on it, you're going to attack. So what a lot of people have been seeing is people were attacking KS, and they're still attacking him because it's honestly shedding light on a lot of issues. And women can be like, oh, this, and that. But if you really take the time, because I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I had a moment too. I was listening to some of the things he said, and I was like, oh, that is a little, that kind of burnt a little bit. But when I sat there and I started really looking and analyzing some things, and I said, well, you know what? Some of this stuff, not all of it, But for the average everyday person, a lot of that stuff made sense. And I was like, okay. So, and I'm like, I'm married. You know, I don't really have, I have my father and I love my father so much. But I was like, for me, I don't really have like a lot of examples of how to have like a successful marriage, like a successful, like, you know, 20, 30 plus year happy marriage, no drama, no cheating, none of that. Like, I don't really have those examples. I got like one example, but it's like I don't really have a whole bunch of examples. So for me, what I did was, I already love my husband and I already cater to him, submit to him and all that. That's gonna be another video. Like, I already do all that. But I wanted to study my husband and study a lot of stuff that he does and try to get into kind of like men's mind in a sense, like get into men's mentality. Oh God. But you know, get into their mind and kind of just see how things work and stuff. And I just wanted to, you know, listen to that and see, like, just be the best wife I can be. Because like, since I really don't have as many examples as far as women that can be like, baby, this is how you take care of your husband, and this is how you do this and this and that. I am surrounded by a lot of kind of like strong independent women, and that's okay. But marriage wise, it's anyway, that's another topic. But let me stop before they start coming at me like but yeah, so it's just like I just kind of got into like the kind of manosphere a little bit, just so I can pick up things just to be a better wifey. And yeah, so anyway, on to the next thing. The next problem with KS, like I said, he speaks fast. Oh, the problem with KS, y'all, is he held people accountable. Like, he was really holding people accountable. Like, he's like, okay, oh yeah, men ain't S. And it's like, okay, no, the men that you're dealing with aren't S. But no, the men that you are dealing with aren't S. Well, the man I was with for 10 years, he didn't want to marry me. Why'd you stay for 10 years? So when he says that, it makes you go like, and it's like, well, why did I stay for 10 years? Why did I do this? Why did I have this man's child? Like, you know, it really makes you think. And he held a lot of people accountable. And people, it's like, once they really started looking at like kind of like decisions and stuff that they made, it was like, oh wow. And then too, I will say this with like, you know, the whole KS and some of the women and stuff, you have to kind of look at, a lot of people don't really have like the whole two-structure family unit, or they might have two-structure family unit, like the man, you know, the husband, wife, mother, dad, you know, they might have that, but they're not the best examples. Or they might just be single mothers. And nothing wrong being single mother, but sometimes you're single mom. That's another video. But you don't really have a lot of good examples, so you're seeing the stuff around you and you're just really imitating the stuff around you and then realizing it doesn't work for you. That's another video too, like, y'all. Anyway, yes. So he really holds, you know, you accountable, and he held the men accountable too. And what a lot of women don't know is Kevin Samuels, he talked to men for at least about a year or so. So he talked to men for about a year. So it's like he was giving the same smoke, but it's just when it came to the women, it's just like, so yeah, it's like, nah, girl, sit down. Okay, you done? All right. So yeah. He held you accountable. And then another thing, with Kevin Samuels, I'm gonna say this too. I feel like a lot, no, I don't want to say I feel. My thoughts are, a lot of women do not like men that are like confident. Like, what I've noticed is a lot of women will say like, I want a man that's confident. I want a man that's this, that's that. And then when they get a man that is quote unquote, you know, like that, a lot of women can't handle like a man being confident in himself, a man knowing his facts, a man knowing he has options, a man with money, you know, resources. Like, a lot of women cannot handle that. So in order to try to get that person, they try to attack the person and attack the mind to bring that man down. Because like, you're actually, you know, kind of higher than me, or you're like higher than me, or you're on a better level than I am. So I gotta bring you down here so you really can't see your full potential. So I feel like my thoughts are with a lot of women, they could not stand the confidence, and they could not stand him just stating facts and just all of this type of stuff. They just couldn't stand it. So they would attack, but in low-key, I also feel like someone was kind of turned on by that as well. Like, he's so aggressive, so mean. Now, I saw him like as another uncle or something, but there was some women that they liked the aggression. But yet, I'll say this, a lot of women was talking a lot of junk, but yet there was some women still going in doing the do. So obviously y'all ain't that mad. Y'all trying to get some of that YouTube money. But anyway, this is just gonna wrap up this video. I'll probably do another one later. But yeah, these are just the thoughts. And it's like, the problem with Kevin Samuels is y'all can't handle the truth. That's the real problem. There's no real actual problem with him. And he did a lot of stuff, whether people want to admit it or not, and it created so much commentary on YouTube. People are making so much money just using this dude's name. Just using his name. So, he's done a lot, whether y'all want to say whatever you want to say. He's done a lot, and you might need to check yourself. Like, maybe this is something that's going on with you. You might need to check yourself. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed this video. This is this, that. And until next time, I'll see y'all later, and I gotta go cook dinner for my husband. So